Good morning. It is. Sorry, make sure something was working. Okay, it is March 7th out here in No Man's Land. 8:26 a.m. Just gonna run around and do our morning checks. 70% here. At that silo. It looks like the tires just never came back. It looks like they're just gone. The collision is still there, but they're just not there to be seen. 25% here. We're going to be trying to fill that up as much as possible here soon. Check our chickens. Make sure they're good. Yep, 98 pieces. They still got good amounts of food. 98 pieces there. And 21 pieces there. So that's moving right along at a steady pace. At about, seems like 5 eggs a day. Got our sheep over here. They're up to 16 wool right now, so that's good. And let's check our greenhouses. The water is still definitely good on these. Won't have to put water in these for a while. 329 liters of tomatoes, and we just got another pallet of strawberries, and we're at 12 liters of strawberries coming up on another pallet. So all good things happening here. We're gonna go and sell what's left of this silage as well as fill up with seed to finish off the last sunflower field. And then after we're done with that, we're going to cut some grass to feed to the sheep. And then, I don't know, probably, oh yeah, this is going to be rough trying to get this over here. Hopefully the weight of the forage wagon kind of offsets this, because as it stands now, I can't, I mean, I could do this, which just looks ridiculous. What is happening? So just lower that back down. Uh-oh, I may have screwed up royally. Come on. There we go. Oh, forgot to check the honey. 256 liters. Cool. So we're gonna have a honey pallet here fairly soon. Alright, let's back up to this thing. Hopefully this offsets the weight of this machine, of the planter here. There we go. Let's see if we can lift it. Yep, sure can. Alright. So we're going to head to the shop, sell this, refuel, restock on seed. I'm going to be a little careful because it looks like it's still quite wobbly. Whoa. And I'll see you at the shop. Okay, we are here. And we're going to slowly empty this out here. Let's see how much we get. Probably not much. Yeah, didn't even cover the seed costs. But, yeah, it kind of made up for it a little bit. And we'll just go ahead and fill up with the seeds. Alright, and then we'll refuel as well. Okay, $22 in fuel costs. And sooner or later we're going to have to grab that mulcher, but I don't think it needs mulching yet. I'm not really sure. It'll probably be something that we go and... Whoa. Gotta be real careful headed back. Not to go too fast and flip this thing. So I'm not sure when you have to mulch the vineyard. I'll probably end up grabbing that at some point just to see if mulching happens now. Like if I can mulch during this month after all is said and done with using the subsoiler. But I will see you back at the homestead and we'll get started on finishing up that field. Okay, we're back. We're just gonna park the forge. Well, I almost think we should. Let's drop that thing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, please no. Well, you know what? We've got a forklift, thankfully. Man, that would have been real bad if I didn't have this thing. Hopefully I can lift it. Should be able to lift it. Shouldn't have an issue. Just forks right underneath it and pop it back up into place. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's go grab the weight first and foremost, because I don't want to have the tractor up on two wheels. Wherever the weight is. Where's the weight? There it is. Okay. We'll go grab the planter and get the rest of this field planted already. And that'll be the last of the planting for now. So we don't have that much left to plant. Probably won't even really go through a lot of this seed. But that's good. We'll be able to save some seed for later. So this is awesome. We have all of our fields sown. And now it's just a bit of work here and there. We'll probably, again, like I've stated before, probably a few trees will go, and we'll see what else we can invest in that can have some of our time. There's also the matter of grass that needs to be taken care of. Not too sure if I want to mow all this grass or if I want to wait till April. See if it gets a growth stage in. We can get the final growth stage, final harvestable growth stage on quite a bit of this grass. Honestly, I don't think it really matters too much with the bunker silos we have. It's not like we're going to be getting a whole lot of stuff like that done, because it can only hold 44,000 liters, and it seems to be quite a bit more than that out in these meadows. Alright, just that little bit left behind us, and that is this field finished. Okay, that's it for planting. Planting season is over. Well, it's not over, but we're done planting. So we could just go ahead and put the cedar away. Don't know. Running out of space back here. Maybe I can fit it in between these tools. Possibly. There you go. And we'll just leave that there. Now we can grab this and start working on making sure that the vineyard is plowed. We will have to travel to go grab that mulcher eventually. Okay, so we're gonna go down the side of this right here, and hopefully it doesn't get stuck too often. It's probably going to. It's a little little screwy when it comes to that. But if we can make it to where it's all plowed and ready to go, then fantastic. That's what we're gonna do. Try and get as much out of this vineyard as possible. And I don't think you necessarily have to do this, because I was trying to read up on how the vineyards work, and I didn't see anything about how you necessarily have to do this. In fact, most people say they just run it down the center and it's good. But I just don't like seeing that, needs to be plowed on the map. That makes me kind of leery about just going along with that and not getting the most out of this as possible. And then there's the risk right there, is that you run into the side of the grape stakes, vineyard stakes, and you end up stalling. It takes a little longer than we planned. I mean, honestly, I've seen farmers working on vineyards before, and they don't do this. They don't do what I'm doing here. They just run down the center, and that's all it needs to happen. And they must be doing something right, because they're still harvesting the grapes, so obviously it doesn't do anything detrimental to that. Yeah, you know what? That might just be the way to go. Again, just real leery about doing that. Let's check the map. See how that looks. It's looking like I missed a few spots. Alright, so I'm going to keep working on this. Don't really have much to say right now. So why don't you guys just go ahead and kick back, relax, listen to some of this relaxing music. And yeah, I'll bring you back if I can think of anything else that we're going to be working on the next couple of days or so. Okay, so we are just finishing up a few little spots here and there. Pretty much got it all handled. There's like that little spot, the bottom right, that just passed. You know, there's really not that much left. I mean, it's nothing to get that crazy about. So I'm just gonna leave them. The longer pieces of land there that were still not considered plowed. Did those real quick. We have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows of vineyard right now, and it's pretty long. I don't know how big the field is. I have no clue how big the field is, but it seems pretty good size, or how big the vineyard is rather. Yeah, I kind of wish I had was a measurement type thing that I could use. Yeah, it's a pretty good size though, it seems. It's weird, it says 0 in all their productions. Don't know how that is. What was I checking? Oh, right. Sown, plowed, cultivated. So, 0.82 acres? Because technically that's a cultivator. The subsoiler is technically a cultivator, so I guess that's the amount. 0.82 acres of grapes. All right. So the next thing I want to do is there is that patch of grass that I wanted to cut and feed to the sheep, or at least top off their feed. So we're gonna need to grab the lawnmower and head out there. And we should have enough time to cut it all down and collect it up. Is that a light on the front of this thing? Oh, it's just a reflector. I thought that was a light. I was figuring why can't we have a light on this thing? But it's just a reflector, so this patch that I had pulled from to feed the sheep initially, I'm just gonna cut this down and then feed what is over there to the sheep, and then we'll call that good for the sheep for probably a little bit. It doesn't seem like the sheep are really eating that much grass. I don't remember where the numbers were, but I should probably lower the mower if I want it to work. Yeah, so we'll feed this to the sheep, and then whatever excess, if there is any, we'll put into the bunker silo, and then we'll look to mowing more grass to fill up that bunker silo. And then we have the next bunker silo that's going to be ready to be uncovered and sold as silage is the small one, at which point, after selling the small amount that we get from that, we're going to sell that bunker silo in its entirety. One thing I was thinking was just waiting until the medium-sized, or the biggest tire one that we have is finished as well. Selling both of those and getting just the big $25,000 one. That way we could fill it to the brim. But at that point, we're probably going to need to buy one of those pushing. It's almost like a dozer blade, sort of, for the front, like an earth mover blade for the front of the tractor. But its purpose is to push silage back in, or push chaff back into the silo. I don't know what they're called. Levelers. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So it's just used to move chaff into heaps. So this should probably be plenty for those sheep for a while. I do want to save a little spot of grass for the sheep, because I think how it works is the older they get, the more they end up eating. So we want, and well, they also produce more. Up, I think it's up to a certain point, but I'm not sure if the standard seasons setup in Farming Sim 22 has it to where they start producing less if they go past a certain age, but they continue to eat more. So I don't know if that's something I need to look out for. But that's a long ways off. That's let's see, I believe they reached their peak sale price of $1,000 per sheep at 36 months, and they're only at 8 months right now. So it's going to be a while before that happens, where you even have to worry about that. Alright, so we're almost done with this grass already. Probably 2 more passes or so, and then we can grab the forage wagon, come pick all this up, and feed it to our sheep. A lot of stuff done already. A lot of stuff done, and we still have quite a bit of march left to go. Trying to figure out what else can be done. Oh, looks like we're going to need 3 more passes. Possibly 2.5. "21 more days for March. What to do with that amount of time is the question. We do have some trees that need to go, especially the ones out in the middle of those, that meadow field out there. So we're going to eventually, put another field out there. Alright, so that's all finished up. We're going basically from 9 to 5. We're just going to do our evening checks, and we're going to call it for today. We'll wait until tomorrow to feed that grass to the sheep. We got a few things done today. Took care of our vineyard. And tomorrow we can feed the sheep and also go grab that mulcher. So we need to park this further back. So we'll go grab the mulcher in the morning, probably after our morning walk around. 72% here, already going strong on that. 26% here. Check to see what our sheep, or not sheep, these are chickens. 98 pieces, so no more eggs yet today, but we'll definitely see some eggs tomorrow morning. I'm sure of it. What are egg prices right now anyway? I'm curious. I don't even know when eggs sell the most. 8.16 per thousand. November, it looks like. What are we in? We're in March, so we're gonna see another dip in prices for eggs before we even get to sell them. How are the sheep doing? 21 liters, so we got another 5 there. Good. And 277 liters of honey, 350 liters of tomatoes, 2 pallets, and 55 liters of tomatoes, or strawberries. So everything's producing at a fairly steady rate. Not fast enough to make like a massive difference or anything, but still at a pretty good rate. that's gonna do it. I can already hear the dinner bell since I'm inside, so it should be pretty loud. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner, take a bath, and go to bed. Thanks for stopping by the homestead, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great night, everyone.